So recently in the offseason, Kenyon Martin Jr. requested a trade from the Houston Rockets, and although many were surprised that he requested a trade, it wasn't too surprising because he wasn't really getting too many minutes. You know, the coach of the Houston Rockets, Steven Silas, he wasn't really playing Kenyon Martin Jr. He was mostly opting to play guys like Eric Gordon over him, and with not really good reason. I don't know why he would play Eric Gordon. I mean, Steven Silas, he's the kind of coach to trust his veterans, which there's nothing wrong about it. It would have been great if he was on a contender, but he's on a rebuilding team in the Houston Rockets, and it doesn't make any sense to basically start Eric Gordon over Kenyon Martin Jr., who's having probably one of his, if not his best seasons so far in the NBA. So today we're going to talk about if the Houston Rockets should extend Kenyon Martin Jr. and what he's going to be looking like for the Houston Rockets in the future. So what's up? My name is Rockets Empire. If you like what you see, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. And let's just get right into it. So I'm looking at Kenyon Martin Jr. stats so far into the season. Obviously, the Rockets are bad. We are 2-9, probably like the worst team in the league right now. But we're getting a lot of guys that are proven to be pretty underrated and, guys that deserve minutes. And, for example, Kenyon Martin Jr. over the season averaged around 11 points per game, basically 5 rebounds and around 2 assists. Looking at his shooting splits, he's averaging around 26 minutes per game, shooting the ball at a really great field goal percentage at around 49% and shooting the 3 ball at 34%. So first off, Kenyon Martin Jr. in the last few games has been absolutely spectacular. Last game against Orlando had 21, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists with 2 blocks. The game before that against Minnesota had 17 points and 3 rebounds. The game against the Clippers, he had 23 points and 6 rebounds with 2 blocks. You can kind of, see a trend here with Kenyon Martin Jr. He's someone that's going to be shooting the lights out of the ball whenever he's on, but, whenever he doesn't have a shot going, he's going to be fairly inconsistent. Now, obviously, his shot is more reliable than guys like Gary Bird on the team. And with good reason. I mean, he's I think he's a third-year guy for us. He is only 21 years old, so that's pretty great for us, but I don't know if the thing about Kenyon Martin Jr. is that if we can capitalize on his trade value right now, I definitely would take it. Not saying that the Rockets should trade him, but if there's a good package for KJ out there somewhere, maybe even containing like a first round pick, man, I mean, adding on to our draft capital wouldn't, be too bad about it. I mean, obviously, we're still a rebuilding team. We still have a lot of young guys on the team, which can also be pretty bad because you have a lot of talent, but you don't have guys that are going to be basically having this identity on the team, basically a hierarchy. I think I've mentioned this like in previous videos on my main channel. You guys want to check that out. But really, our 2 best guys right now, I wouldn't even say 2 best guys. Our best guy right now is probably Jae'sean Green, obviously. Jabari is having a pretty he's having his recent struggles in his last few games, but I'm not too worried about Jabari. We still got Şengün and KPJ, but are any of these guys going to be legitimate all-stars? I mean, Jae'sean Green, he definitely has the potential, but as of right now, I mean, he's only a second-year player, so we can't really project that onto him yet, but we need proven guys, and we need stars on this team, and, with any of these guys, I mean, we have a lot of concerns about KPJ, a lot of concerns about Alperen Şengün, a lot of, concerns about Jabari Smith, Eric Gordon. We need proven stars on this team, and I think if we are able to trade for a proven star, I think KJ might have to be in the deal. But as of right now, I mean, I think he definitely should be the starting small forward for the Houston Rockets. It just makes a lot of sense, and, with his scoring ability and his athleticism, also his defense. His defense is also a huge part about his game. He's probably one of our better perimeter defenders on the team. His ability to play great defense and be a knockdown 3-point shooter is definitely something valuable to the team. And I think that's going to be one of the reasons why they are going to be extending him. I think they are going to be extending KJ Martin. It just makes a lot of sense. And with him being fairly young, he fits into the time frame. I think he definitely could be an Eric Gordon replacement. It makes a lot of sense. I'm really hoping Eric Gordon is gone by hopefully the trade deadline, or at least by the end of the season. It just makes a lot more sense, to move a 33-year-old Eric Gordon on the Houston Rockets to a contender. It just makes a lot of sense. It helps out maybe like 2 to 3 teams, Lakers, Clippers, any teams that need a good 3-point shooter. Subbing KJ Martin at the 3. I think we're talking about a really great lineup of KPJ, Jae'sean Green, KJ Martin, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Şengün. You can either sub in Bruno Fernando in there if you guys are a Bruno Fernando fan. But yeah, I think that starting 5 would definitely be really great for us. I just think that I don't know, the Rockets, we're definitely a couple years away from winning still. We're definitely not in a position to win as of yet, but I think we're getting there. We are getting there. We're going to be probably one of the bottom teams in the league again, but, with this draft class being Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson, I think we definitely could get a bigger piece for our future in this draft class essentially. So I think KJ Martin, he's definitely going to be here for the long run essentially. You guys can let me know if you guys want to extend KJ, if you guys don't want to extend him, you guys want to trade him. I personally think that the Rockets are going to keep him after what happened, with the fallout with the organization basically requesting a trade. I think things are finally starting to come together for KJ and the Rockets, and I think he's going to be a Rocket for the long run. I mean, he's been playing absolutely well, and if he can keep up this high level of play, he definitely could stay in the league with the Rockets especially for a long time. So, listening video. My name is Rockets Empire, and I'm out. Peace.